Chesapeake Shore spoilers indicate that Abby O'Brien, Megan Ory, could have a big decision to make as Season 5 begins. Will Abby and Trace Riley, Jesse Metcalfe, have a future, or is that wishful thinking on Trace's part? Chesapeake Shore spoilers. Trace Riley always leaves. Chesapeake Shore spoilers reveal Chase may have a bar in town now, but something always pulls him away. Trace and Abby have tried to have a relationship before, but his commitment is never what he claims it will be. Trace is a music star and there is always another opportunity calling his name. As much as Trace wants to settle down, he can never quite commit to his plans. Abby knows this and is afraid to take Trace at his word because she knows something always changes. Abby doesn't want to live her life waiting for the other shoe to drop. Trace's manager is always pulling him to leave town and go on the road. As much as Trace wants to stay, he eventually gives in the call of the road. Abby realizes that this time won't be any different. No matter how hard Trace tries to change, it seems to not be in his ability to do that. When will Chase leave town again on Chesapeake Shores? When Calls the Heart's Kevin McGarry reveals he changed Season 8 finale script. View story. Chesapeake Shore spoilers. Abby O'Brien craves stability. Chesapeake Shores. Abby craves a stable life for herself and her daughters. Abby chose against hanging on to her relationship with Trace because he felt the call of the road. Abby didn't want to be standing in second place as Trace's music took over his life. Abby felt that it was better to be single than to come in second in a relationship, and she wasn't wrong. Trace needed time to work on his career and Abby didn't want to be a distraction. Both Abby and Trace needed to see what it was like to be apart. Unfortunately, they were not on the same page when Trace returned. Abby's point is about to be proven again when Trace leaves town later this year. Chesapeake Shore spoilers. Jesse Metcalfe plans to leave with Chesapeake Shores. Jesse Metcalfe leaving the show later this year. It is almost a given that Abby and Trace won't be together. Abby may be attracted to Trace, but she's not willing to wait for him to come home. Abby has found her place near her family and doesn't want to give that up. Trace is a star whether he wants to admit it or not. Trace could never be happy simply singing in a bar. Trace will leave eventually and Abby knows that deep down. How will Trace and Abby leave things? Do they have any hope of a future together? Can Abby and Trace be together if he keeps his career as a singer? Will Metcalfe return to reprise his role in the future? Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Chesapeake Shores right now. Come back here often for Chesapeake Shore spoilers, news, and updates. Chesapeake Shores airs on Hallmark at 8 p.m. beginning August 15th.